something from yourself, that you want to learn something, to complete something related with the evaluation. So this is the reason that I would like to make this class or this evaluation enjoyable. Yeah, so you can estimate your work. Yeah, you can do by yourself, you learn by yourself. Yeah, but if you think that is very stressful for you, okay, yeah, it make you pressurize or to make another burden for you. Okay, yeah. Okay, I will not do that. Okay, yeah. So from this point, I will start today class, starting directly with the HYSYS. I will give you a choice, yeah, whether you would like to start with from the starter. I mean that we already defined the composition, and then we already defined the fluid package and extra, or you would like to start from the very early. I mean that we start from defining the composition and then fluid package. I mean that we would like to repeat. Which one that you prefer? Okay. Which one that you prefer? You want to start from the scratch, or you want to start from the file that I gave you last night? Hello?
May we start
Test,
from
test.
scratch?
Pardon?
Can we start from scratch, sir?
Okay. Okay. How about the others? Is it okay?
It's fine, sir.
It's fine, yeah? So I would like to start from the scratch. Okay, I will open the problem definition. Okay, this is our problem definition. Can you see my PFD? Okay, I almost forget something that I have to turn on. Yeah, turn on the, what is the record system? Okay. Oh, it's already recorded.
I already
Okay.
recorded, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay. Okay. Now we look at our problem definition, that we have our system starting from this manifold. Yeah. Can you see my cursor? Yeah, I think it's clear, yeah, to you. This is coming from the manifold, the gas, yeah. But actually it's not 100% gas phase, yeah. Slight amount liquid is also present there, yeah. And then from this manifold, it will go down, yeah, and then go horizontal, and then go up to the pipe rack. This is the pipe rack. Yeah, if you see that when you visit the plant, yeah, when you see that this pipe rack is used to what is, for example, for this pipeline, yeah, to arrange the pipeline as the place for the stand for the pipeline, yeah, it's called as pipe rack. Yeah, and then after the pipe rack, the location of our aspirator is located here. Yeah. So it's mean that is from this pipeline. Okay, there is another pipeline which is go directly to this aspirator. Yeah. So the problem that we are facing actually, yeah, because the liquid or the fluid is not only gas, yeah, it's not 100% gas phase, yeah, it contains of a liquid. We have to check whether there is a probability of slugging and other problem that probably are facing by this operation. Yeah, this is the duty of us, whether this pipeline configuration is already correct. Correct, it's mean that is the flow will be smooth. Yeah, no problem related with the hydrodynamic flow, for example, slugging. Yeah, so we have to make sure by using the process simulation. Yeah, and this is the definition of the inlet. The amount is around 65 mm SCFD. The temperature is around 120 degree Fahrenheit, ya, atau or around 60 degree C. Yeah, the pressure is around 497 or around 500 psig. Yeah, is around 35 bar, I think, 35 or 36 bar. Yeah, and then the composition based on the mole fraction. Yeah, it contains already H2S, CO2. We have to evaluate as well. Yeah, regarding the H2S and CO2. Okay, and this is other hydrocarbon. Yeah, in this component also contain of a hypothetical component. Yeah, which is called as C11 plus. C11 plus. Yeah, it's mean not only the single C11, but it's combined with the C11, C12, C13, and other higher hydrocarbon. Yeah, so they combine, they lump into one single component. Yeah, which is the combination between C11, 12, 13, and etc. Yeah, and they called as C11 plus. Yeah. In this case, they have the definition of C11 plus with a molecular weight around 208. Yeah, and then the ideal liquid density around 47 pound per feet cubic. Yeah, and then this is the definition for the pipeline. Yeah, the profile of the pipeline, elevation. Yeah, it can be seen in this figure number 2. Yeah, this is the pipeline. Maybe you have a question. Why don't we use direct horizontal line from the point number 1 till point number 9? Yeah. Remember, in the chemical plant, we have so many pipeline. Yeah. So if we always make a direct connection between one unit to the other unit, yeah. So you can remember, yeah, you can imagine, can, that the, for example, the plant is full of the pipeline, which is not in good arrangement. Yeah, it will be also dangerous when the operator try to do something. So they try to arrange the pipeline in an order way. Yeah, so that why we have such a pipe rack, for example. Yeah, this kind is a way how we put a pipeline in an order way. Yeah, and then this is the for the elevation, also the pipe segment. For example, the pipe segment number 1 in here. Yeah, so the pipeline has a diameter as 12 inch, and then the length is around 1.5 meters. Yeah, and then the elevation is actually horizontal, but the flow coming from the top to the bottom. Yeah, or go down. Yeah, and then for the segment number 2 is horizontal. Yeah, with diameter is all the same, 12 inch, with the length is around 2.2 meters, and then the elevation is 0. It's mean that is the pipeline direction is horizontal. Yeah, and then pipe segment number 3 in here. Yeah, has 12 inch in diameter, and then the length is around 5.5 meters. And the elevation is 5.5 meter as well. So it's mean that the pipeline, the direction of the fluid will go up. Yeah, I think this pipeline go to the pipe rack. Yeah, so it's the reason why the length is quite high in here, is around 5.5, quite long. Yeah, and then the direction is vertical. Yeah, so we will try to solve about this problem regarding the whether this condition is safe or not. Yeah, for our operation. Yeah, so I will go directly to HYSYS, and then I will start with a new case. Yeah, And then for the student, please stop me if you want to know more about the step that I'm going to show to you in the HYSYS. For example, in the definition of a component or definition of fluid packet, if you have a problem or question, yeah, please just stop me. Okay, open your mic and ask a question. Okay, because I've limited in terms of my screen, so I cannot see your chat screen. Okay, so I will start from the adding the component. Okay, usually for the adding the component, I will look at the problem definition and I put the component follows this table. Okay, why I have to follow this table? To make it very easier for me to put the number. Okay, so if the component is already in the order way, okay, it will be easier, okay, to check whether it's correct or not. Yeah, I will make it smaller. Okay, also for this one. Yeah, but I have problem in here. Okay, so and then I will put for example H to S. Okay, and then I add here. Okay, after I add, H to S will go to the left frame, okay, or left table, and then it's written H to S. So it means that this component already added in the my system. Okay, and then after that, I will write down CO2. Okay, and then I add again. Okay, and then it's already here. Okay, and then after that, I will put nitrogen, for example. Okay, and then air. Air is mean the water. Okay, and then for the methane, usually in the problem definition, it already in the order from coming from the lowest C till the highest C, highest number of carbon. Yeah. For example, in here it start from the methane, ethane, propane, ibutane, normal butane, ipentane, n-pentane, and etc. Okay. Yeah. So to make it faster, usually just block in methane and then press shift until you found C plus, C10. For example, in this case, we have to define until C10. So just put or press shift. And then when you found the C10, yeah, click it and then add. So the component from the methane, ethane, propane until C10, yeah, will move to the left table, yeah. And then for the C11 plus, yeah, for the C11 plus, okay, you're not defining by a pure component here, but using the hypothetical, yeah, and then hypothetical, but do not make an in a batch, but create or edit only single hypo. Okay, because you can make multiple hypo, okay, or only single hypo, group hypo or single hypo. Okay, for this case, you need only single hypo, hypothetical component, because it's defining only C11 plus. Okay, and then after you change the method, which is create and edit and a hypo, okay, click the new hypo. Okay, it will coming a new row line. Okay, and then after that, change the name of the hypo into the, for example, I'm sorry, this one in the C11. Okay, and then put the property, physical property that defined in the fit definition. Okay, for example, in this case, there is a value of molecular weight. Okay, so please go to the top of the critical. okay, and put the value for the molecular weight. For example, in this case is 208.1. Okay. Another physical properties is the ideal liquid density. Yeah, so this here is ideal liquid density, and the value is around 46 point. Don't forget to check the unit. Yeah, the unit is in pound per feet cubic. Okay. If you have another physical property, plus also put it in the table. Yeah, for example, if you have the data about the critical temperature, pressure, critical, and etc. But in my case, I have only two physical properties. Yeah, so when you have complete with the physical property, you still have unknown properties. To estimate the unknown properties, just click the tab in here or the bottom, estimate unknown properties. By clicking that one, yeah, HYSYS will try to calculate or to define, to predict the critical temperature, the critical pressure, the critical volume, and then other parameters. Yeah. So after the clicking the estimate unknown parameter, so I believe the hypo definition is already enough. Yeah, it's already in here mentioned that is the value as complete. So you just bring or move to the left table by click the first click the name and then add. Yeah, so you can see in here. Yeah, when I make it bigger. Yeah. Test. Anybody can hear my voice?
Yes, sir.
Test. Yeah. Because I have a notification that my connection is poor, so I try to
Okay.
check again. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. So we finish with the component definition. Yeah. The hypothetical is already in here. Yeah. So it's mean we complete with that one. Yeah. Now we move to the fluid package. Yeah. In terms of the fluid package, yeah, we can add. Okay. As I mentioned last week, yeah, you can ask HYSYS to help you to define the fluid package by pressing the FN F1. Yeah. And then from the last week, we already know that is Peng Robinson of or Schwarz Reddick-Kwong probably is the best for the hydrocarbon system. Yeah. So for today we will use the Peng Robinson. Yeah. Just click the Peng Robinson and then the basis will be completely okay. Yeah. And then after that, yeah, we don't have a petroleum assay. If we have a chance, we will have exercise on that. Yeah. From now on, we don't have the reaction system. Yeah. So we can move to the simulation. Yeah. And then after the simulation, you can see in the middle your canvas, yeah, or your spreadsheet, yeah, where you can create your plan system, okay, or unit operation system, yeah. So I would like to start with the fit stream, yeah. So just click the arrow, blue arrow in here, and then move it to the your canvas, and then click again, and then it will be defined as the stream number 1. And then I double clicked in here. Okay, what I have to do? Okay, in HYSYS the system is already good. So if you have a noticement look like the unknown composition, okay, just go to the composition and define your composition. Okay, in here. Okay. And then, so I need again my problem definition, yeah, to put the composition. Okay, it's a bit complicated. So if you have, for example, the two monitor or very large screen, so it will be advantage for you. Yeah. So I will start with the definition mole fraction of H2S. It will be 0.0053. Yeah. So it's already the same. Yeah. This is mole fraction, and then our definition and also mole fraction in here. So it's the same. So I just put this value for example for CO2 is around 0.362. Yeah. 0. Probably one of you asked me question, yeah, why the component is so many, yeah, in this case, yeah. So it's mean that this I took this case is from the real plan, yeah, real definition. So if you look at this number of the component, it's quite many. It's mean that is in the real condition we have to simulate as close as to the real problem. Yeah, so the definition component will be quite many. Yeah, 1, 3, 4. Yeah, ibutane is a 0.0029 and butane is 0030. Yeah, and ipentane 0015. And this one is 0009. Hexane is around 0013. This one is 0004. Okay, I will move. And octane, it will be also 0004. Okay, this one is 0003. And decan is a 0002. Decan is a 0909. Yeah, I will check. Yes. Not perfect one. Yeah, but this the error I think is quite small. Yeah, so we can say that it is okay. Okay, so by just clicking OK, yeah, we already put all of the component in here. Yeah, and then after that, HYSYS notice me that the unknown temperature. So I have to define the temperature. I will move back to the condition. Yeah, and then I will look at the problem definition, and I found here that for the inlet temperature, it will be 120 degree Fahrenheit. Okay, and then for the pressure, yeah, it will be 497.2 PSIG. Yeah, so my unit is already the same. Yeah, which is the pressure is PSIG, and then the temperature is a degree Fahrenheit. Yeah, and then for the flow, yeah, it will be 65.2 mm SCFD. Yeah, after you defining the temperature, pressure, and then flow rate, and for sure that the composition is already defined. Yeah, so yeah, your stream will be complete. It's mean that the color will be dark blue. Yeah, so it's mean that it's already well defined. Okay, now what I have to do, I will start to define the pipeline. Okay, but before to do that one, first I would like to evaluate, yeah, whether the size of the pipeline, which is diameter is 20 inch, is already correct or not. Yeah, so this is the first things that you have to evaluate when you deal with the pipeline. So how to do that one? Yeah, so please go to the equipment design in here. Okay, and then click add. Yeah, because it's empty. Yeah, so click add, and then click the pipe sizing. Yeah, so click pipe sizing. There are many various equipment design tools, but for this case, we select the pipe sizing because we will deal with the pipe. Okay, this is the pipe sizing number 1. Yeah, and then for the stream, yeah, select stream. We have only single stream, which is stream number 1. Yeah, and then click OK. Okay. In order to find which diameter that is proper for your system, yeah, HYSYS require the pressure drop. Okay, what kind of definition of pressure drop in here? Yeah, HYSYS asks you to put the value of pressure drop per length unit. Yeah, for example, in this case, yeah, how many or how much pressure drop in the kilopascal per meters. Yeah. So for this definition, okay, I will go to the my sorry. Yeah, this is okay. Anybody can see my MS Word?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I give you the pressure drop criteria. Yeah, this is a quite important criteria when you define in which diameter. Yeah. So instead of the erosional velocity, the second criteria that you have to understand, you use to design, okay, to evaluate is the pressure drop criteria. Yeah. So erosional velocity criteria you have learned last week, and then for the today class you will learn about the pressure drop criteria. Why pressure drop criteria is so important? Because it will define that is how much bar or how many psi, yeah, the pressure will be lost during the transportation in the pipeline. Usually we don't want to have very much losses, yeah, during the transportation in the pipeline. So we have to define, yeah, how much or how many bar that will be lost during the transportation. Yeah, so there is a pressure drop criteria in this case. Okay, the criteria is quite simple. Okay, for example, this one. For the pressure is higher than around 689 kilopascal gauge, okay, which is around 6.8 or 7 bar. Okay, so the pressure drop per 100 meters, okay, in bar, okay, is around 0.23 till 0.34. Yeah, and then the normal velocity, recommended normal velocity, yeah, is around 21.3 till 30.5, which is this one is in the feet per second. Yeah, remember last week we understand that the erosional velocity is usually is in around 60 feet per second. Yeah, so usually for the normal velocity, superficial velocity of the gas, yeah, usually they limit only half of the erosional velocity. Yeah, and then for the pressure lower than 7 bar, yeah, the pressure drop is only 10% of pressure in this one. So in the case you multiply this one by 10, yeah, which is what is 10% from this value, yeah. And then for the normal superficial normal velocity, yeah, is usually between the same, yeah, around 21 till 30, yeah. So let's we make this definition, because why? Because our pressure is quite very high, yeah. In the precedent definition, problem definition, our pressure is around 35 bar. Yeah, so it's higher than 6 bar. So we will use this definition, which is around 0.23 till 0.34 per 100 meter. Okay, and then in the HYSYS, okay, we have to put the value in kilopascal per meter. Yeah. So if I change this one, yeah, so it will be 0.23. Yeah, so it we divide by 100, so it's mean by 0.02. Is it correct? Or 0.002? Yeah. So just put, for example, in here is 0.0025. Yeah, this one it will be bar per meter. Okay. Yeah, because my definition in bar per meter, so I have to change the unit. Yeah, but it will be the same with 0.25 kilopascal per meter. Yeah, and then the answer say that is the pipe diameter inside that meter should be 11.94 inch. Yeah, check about our pipeline, existing pipeline. They mentioned that is all in the pipeline has a 12 inch. So it is correct. Yeah. So the designer of this plan is correct because why? Yeah, when I check with the pressure drop, define pressure drop following the what is the criteria? Yeah, the result of the pipe inside diameter is around 12 inch. Yeah, which is the same with this one. Okay, so the first evaluation we have done. Yeah, the pipe diameter is correct. Yeah, it should be 12 inch. Okay, let's now move to the next evaluation by adding the pipe. Okay, so what you have to do with the pipe? Yeah, okay, click the model palette and select the piping and hydraulics. Okay, and then after that, yeah, click the pipe segment in here. Okay, before going to the what is the adding the pipe evaluation, is it clear about the piping sizing? Is it clear to you? Why do
Clear,
we
sir.
have the piping system? Yeah, because we need to check whether the diameter selected by designer of the plan is it correct or not. Yeah. So if it's correct, so it's mean that the designer of this plan is already used the design criteria that already given in the standard. Yeah, so I mean that is when they calculate, when they select the pipe diameter, they're not doing that by what is just oh, I need just only 12 inch or 24 inch, not something like that one, but they calculate as well, similar like us that we are doing now. Okay, so it's clear, yeah. Okay, I hope it's clear. Okay, so it is very important for the pipe sizing. Okay, now I move to this flow sheet. Yeah, and then I already put the pipe segment in here. Yeah, now I double click the pipe 100 because the color is still red. Okay, so it's mean that this what is the definition is not complete in this unit. Yeah, so I double click the pipe 100. So what I have to do, I will click number 1 as the inlet. Yeah, and then for the outlet, for example, I just put the stream number 2. Okay, it's a must that we have to put the energy stream because why? Yeah, should we have to put the energy to the pipeline, or is it pipeline producing the heat? Yeah, sometimes yes. Yeah, for example, when you transport the hot fluid, yeah, sometimes there is heat that coming from your pipeline goes to the environment. Yeah, or the opposite. Yeah, the opposite. For example, that yeah, the environment is quite very hot, yeah, and then you flow, for example, the very cryogenic liquid, okay, or cryogenic gas, yeah, and then there will be some part of heat, yeah, goes to your pipeline. So the energy in here is a must that you have to put stream for the energy, yeah, although it's not in purpose that you want to take out or take in the energy there, yeah. So I will put the Q, for example, pipe 100. Okay. After that, yeah, the color is changed to the yellow, but still is a caution for us. And then the HYSYS mentioned that there's no segment edit. Yeah, we haven't defined our pipeline yet. Yeah, we just connect the stream and then also the energy stream. So to define the pipeline, please go to the tab of rating. Yeah, in rating tab, okay, yeah, you add the segment. Okay, in here, add the segment. Yeah, please select whether it will be fitting. Fitting is mean that look like the elbow. Yeah, there is so many elbow or valve on another. I think gate valve, for example, this one, yeah, or bending on another. Okay, for ours it's just a pipe. Okay, and then we would like to define about the first segment of the pipeline, which is the segment number 1. Coming from the manifold, go down. Yeah, this is one segment number 1. And then for this segment number 1, yeah, the length, okay, when I look at this one, okay, the length is 1489 millimeters. Okay, so I will put in here is a 1. Okay, the unit in meter, so 1.489 meter. Okay, and remember the elevation change. Elevation change 0, it means that the pipeline will be in direction horizontal. Okay, but in this case, the segment number 1, okay, the flow of the fluid will be go down. Okay, so we have to change the elevation will be go down, mean that it will be minus 1.489. If it's positive, so it will be also vertical, but the direction will be go up. Okay, so it will be minus 1.489. Okay, and then after that, okay, they will ask about outer diameter. Okay, so how we define the outer diameter? We just know about the nominal pipe size, which is 12 inch. Okay, to do that one, click the outer diameter, double click the outer diameter. Okay, there will be a new pop-up. Okay, in terms of pipe schedule, okay, change to the schedule that mentioned in the problem or in the existing pipeline. Okay, for this pipeline, they will use the schedule 40. Yeah, I believe that you have to remember about what is the schedule about the NPS, nominal pipe size. Okay, and then what is the definition between the difference between schedule 80, schedule 40, and etc. Okay, in the previous class. Okay, and then about the nominal diameter, it already mentioned it's 12 inch. Okay, okay, they will define directly. Okay, that the inner diameter is around 11 point something. Okay, after you finish defining the pipe parameters, okay, close this one. Okay, and then after that they mention that heat transfer information is still under specified. So go to the heat transfer, yeah, and put, for example, for the heat loss in here, the value of 0. Okay, 0. Okay, and then the color is changed from the yellow into green. It means that the definition of the unit operation is already complete, already been defined. Yeah, and in this case, you can check your simulation. Yeah, from the previously color is red. Yeah, now it's already in the good color. Yeah, I mean it's already defined. Yeah, so what we have to do after this one? Yeah, you have to do to add another segment, another pipe. Yeah, but before going to do that, yeah, let's look at the flow assurance tab in here. Yeah, in this tab, yeah, we would like to do the evaluation, the things that we have learned last week. Yeah, for example, remember about the last week. Yeah, what we have to do, we evaluate about the flow assurance, such as the corrosion, erosion, hydrate, slag, and work deposition. Okay, these materials already delivered last week. So please check in the YouTube and please check in the last material related with this flow assurance. So this HYSYS is correlated with the previous week of class. Yeah. Now check about the CO2 corrosion first. Okay, this is the beauty of Aspen HYSYS. Okay, they already put you, or they already provide you a tools that you can do the flow assurance evaluation. Yeah, so by understanding the operation of this today class, you will understand how to evaluate about the flow assurance for the pipeline system. Yeah, so please look at the first thing that we would like to evaluate is related with the corrosion. Yeah, in this case, there will be a corrosion model. The common one is coming from the NORSOK standard. NORSOK is very common used for the corrosion model. Yeah, there is another model. Yeah, for this one. Yeah, for example, the Watt model or etc. Yeah, but it's less popular. Yeah, the popular one is the NORSOK. Yeah, and usually in the oil and gas, yeah, the NORSOK is the acceptable one. Yeah, so when you already did the evaluation by using NORSOK, so it means it's already okay. Yeah. Okay, to do this one, whether we would like to check about the probability of the corrosion, we do this checking this box. Yeah, by checking this one, you will see that this okay. Yeah, they calculate to you about the corrosion rate in the millimeter per year. Yeah, so remember in here it's mean that is when I use remember when I use, I will go back again, mild steel in here or carbon steel, so the corrosion rate will be this chart or this value, okay, which is around 2 millimeter per year. Okay, how if you change? Okay, let's change about with the okay, stainless steel. Is there in here stainless steel? Through tube, galvanized iron. Okay. Oh, they have only the okay. They didn't prefer the stainless steel. Okay, it's okay. Okay, just they already calculate for us about the corrosion rate. Okay, so this already done by choosing the CO2 corrosion in the flow assurance evaluation. Okay, now we can move to the second one, which is the erosion. Okay, this erosion is will calculate about the superficial velocity, the critical, okay, and then the operational superficial velocity. Okay, when you look at it, the equation is actually the same that we learned last week, okay, which is the critical superficial velocity for the erosional is equal to C divided by square root of density. Yeah, so it's the same. Yeah, so and then the C, remember about that one, that the value is from the 100 till 350. Because this one is the mild steel, so the C value is around 100. Yeah, so you can change. And then if you want to do the calculation, yeah, just click the or check the box, yeah, and they will calculate for you. Yeah, this is the value, which is the critical superficial velocity is around, yeah, this one 16, so it's close to the 20 meter per second. Yeah, but our operational velocity, superficial velocity, yeah, is still at the 8 meter per second. So it's mean that, yeah, our current velocity is still safe because below the erosional velocity. Okay, that one. Yeah, so the erosional is already done. Yeah, go to the hydrate. Yeah, in the case of the hydrate is the formation of the solid particle, yeah, during the transportation. You can click do this one. Okay, there will be what is two parameter. Okay, the first parameter is the temperature operational temperature, which is 120 degree Fahrenheit. It's coming from the inlet of the temperature. We define that the temperature is 120. Okay, and then the second is the hydrate formation temperature. Okay, in the case that the operational temperature is higher than the what is the hydrate formation temperature, so it's mean that there will be no probability of formation of hydrate. Okay, but in the case that your red line in here, which is the operational temperature is lower than the blue line, which is the hydrate formation temperature, so it's mean that there will be a probability that during the transformation you will form a hydrate. Yeah, so remember which one is higher, which one is lower. In the case of erosional velocity, your velocity should be lower than critical. But in the case that the hydrate formation, your temperature should be higher than the hydrate formation temperature. Okay, and then for the slug analysis, yeah, you do the same. Okay, and then do slug calculation. It's mentioned about the annular. Yeah, annular. What does it mean by annular? Yeah, please look at either this one. Yeah, I will show you about this in this. The pipeline is vertical. So please look at the left figure because the pipeline is horizontal. And then the definition for the annular, so it's mean that in the middle, okay, there will be gas, okay, close to the pipe surface, it will be liquid, okay, so it's look like a ring, yeah, liquid ring in here, okay, which is in the middle is a gas. So by showing this one, so it's mean that there is no probability of wake formation because it's clear that regime of this system is in annular. Okay, and then after that, for the wake deposition, yeah, is a bit complicated, yeah, in terms of the wake deposition, because you have to define about the wax property or your system. Okay, later, if you have a time, okay, we will learn about the wake deposition. Okay, usually that in terms of the wake deposition, you have to able to show about the wake at STO. STO is stock tank oil. Okay, so during the logistic or using the transportation of the fluid, okay, at the tank you will have a wax product, okay, which usually is located in the bottom of your tank. Okay, you have to define that one, how many or how much wax that you produce during the operation in the storage. Yeah, so you have to put about this data. Okay, but for the today class we limit only for evaluation. So for the slug, I think it's already safe. Okay, so after that what we can do, okay, we can move to the neck pipe segment. Okay, for the neck pipe segment, okay, we will go to this one. I'm sorry, I will close this one. Where is my pipe run definition? Okay, I will go to the pipe segment number 2, which is the pipeline diameter is also 12. The length is 2.2 meters and the elevation is 0. It means that it will be horizontal. Okay, so sometimes if you are not difficult to understand whether this pipe is horizontal, I just change about this. This one, for example, this I will rotate. No, the rotation is wrong. Something like this one. Okay. Okay, so I will add the second pipeline. The second pipe. Okay, I will connect the stream number 2. Probably the outlet will be stream number 3. Okay, and then after that, what I have to do, the Q is Q pipe 3 or Q pipe 2, 101. Okay, and then in the rating, I will append segment. Okay, this one it should be 2.203 meter. The elevation will be 0, okay, because it will horizontal. And then this one I will select again a schedule number 40, and then this one 12 inch. Okay, and then for heat transfer, I will put 0. So it means that there will be no energy go out or coming to our system. Okay, and then after that, okay, I will go to the flow assurance. Okay, I think for the CO2 will be the same, erosional will be the same because the pipe diameter is the same, hydrate also the same. Just check the slug analysis. Oh, we found a slug flow in here. Anybody? Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Hello? Yeah. What is the status
Yes.
in this segment? What is the regime of segment number 2?
Slug flow.
Slug flow? Yeah. Anybody can find it, the slug flow? Everybody is the same? Probably a different screen or different laptop has the different status?
Same, sir.
Same, yeah? Yeah, probably okay, from one student to the other student have a different, probably the status is already an annular. Yeah. Alright. So we have a slug flow in here. Yeah, it's mentioned that our case is a slug flow. Okay, and then in this slug flow, okay, there will be another parameter different from the previous. Okay, in the case of the we have, for example, the annular. Oh, so it's enough. There will be no parameter, for example, frequency, slug length, bubble length, hold up, velocity, gradient, and etc. etc. Okay, so it's empty. Why it's empty? Yes, because this is the parameter for the slug. Okay, frequency, it means that is how many slug frequency per second appear in the system. Yeah, so it means that this is this one 5. Okay, 0.005. So it means that is 0.0005 times per second. Okay, that the slug will come. Okay, and then this one is slug length and also bubble length. Okay, I will show you what is slug length and also what is bubble length. Okay, I will go to my MS Word. Okay, slug is a condition where look like this one. Yeah, or you can find this look like this one. What does it mean by slug? So it's mean that there is a transition condition where full of your pipe, it consists only single phase. Okay, but actually you flow the multi-phase flow. Okay, for example in this one, okay, in a certain time, okay, the pipe will full of liquid. Okay, but in the other time, yeah, it's full of gas. Yeah, so it's not a continuous condition. Yeah, sometimes liquid, sometimes gas. Yeah, the correct one actually should be annular, something like this one, which is gas and liquid is coming continuously. Yeah, but in this case, no. Yeah. And then for this definition, we will know that there is a portion of time that the pipe will consist of gas, and then the other time is consist of liquid. So we can define two different one, yeah, which is the gas area and also the liquid area. Okay, and then the length of the gas, yeah, called as the gas pocket in here. Yeah, this is the gas pocket. Okay, the length of the gas pocket is called as a bubble length. Okay, which is the length for the liquid. Okay, is called as the slug length. Okay, okay, and then we have also the definition if the slug length is much longer than the pipe length, it means then no slug. Yeah, because why? This is the important one that I want to deliver to you. This is the software that calculate based on the equation. Sometimes the calculation result sometimes that very long, okay, which is much longer than your pipeline, which is impossible that to find that condition. So it's mean, for example, that is your slug length has the length of 1,000 meters. It's possible. Okay. Sometimes I found that one in this calculation, but my pipe length is only 10 meters. Yeah. So it's mean that because the slack length is the 1000 meters and my pipe length is 10 meters, so it's mean there will be no possibility to have the slack. Okay. But in the case that I have, for example, the pipe, the length of the pipe is 1 kilometers. Yeah, 1 kilometers. And then the slack length is, for example, 100 meters. So yes, there is a chance that there is a slack produced in your transportation. Okay, so please remember about this one. Okay, I make it bold and also I make it bigger one. So if the slack length is longer than your pipe length, so it means there will be no slack. Okay, so this definition, okay, is coming also from the definition of the software. Okay, if you not believe, you can search in the help of the HYSYS, okay, regarding about this definition. Okay, so please check it. My pipe has the segment around segment 2 is 2.2 meters. Okay, remember this one. The slack length is 49. Okay, which is this one is longer than our pipeline or shorter than our pipeline? Can anybody help me to answer this one?
Longer, sir.
Longer. Yeah. So because the slack length is longer than our pipeline, so it's mean that there will be no slack. Okay. Look. But it's written slack, sir, in here. Okay, remember again. This is the software that calculate based on the mathematical. Again, before using the software, you are the one that have to think about whether this result is what is the acceptable or not. Whether this result is what is the reasonable or not. Okay, this is the more important when we use the software. So you have to think by yourself. If you become a consultant, for example, yeah, okay, consultant have to define. Okay, I have slack flow from my calculation software, but the slack length is longer than what is my pipe length. So it's impossible. Okay, so it's mean because the slack length is longer than the pipeline. Yeah, so it's mean that there is no slack. Okay, that one is job of the consultant to define whether it will be slack or no slack. Yeah, so this one is okay, the one that is but okay, I will try to play with this one. Okay, I will not move to the what is the pipeline segment number 3, but I will move with this one. Okay, what I have to do? Okay, I will increase the length of that the pipeline will be 60. The pipeline 60. Okay. Now, does anybody help me? Is there any possibility that slack occur in my segment number 2? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Why?
Because now the slack length is shorter than the pipeline.
Okay. Yes, that's correct. I hope everybody also understand about this answer. Okay. So if it's everybody have the same opinion like this, so my teaching is successful. But if anybody confused with this result, so I have to repeat. So everybody, how about this one? Agree with your friend?
Agree, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
agree. Okay, agree, yeah. Now, because my pipe has a length of 60, and now my slack length is 49, so there is a probability that a slug occur in my pipe system. So what I have to do? Okay, what I have to do? Okay, remember about the last class, yeah, that the slug is due to the gas superficial velocity and liquid velocity. We can make it into the safe one, which is the annular one, okay, by increasing the gas velocity. So it means that if I have slug in here, so if I can increase the gas flux, okay, velocity meter per second in here, so I can move to the annular one. Now, how to increase the velocity? One way to increase the velocity is reducing the pipe diameter. Okay, by reducing the pipe diameter, the volume pipe will be reduced as well. Okay, and when the volume of the pipe is reduced, but the volumetric flow of the gas is the same, so the superficial velocity will increase. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, I have segment number 2 in here. Okay, and then what I have to do? Okay, I try to reduce from 10 inch, 12 inch to 10 inch. Okay, so I have to reduce this one. Okay, remember my pipeline is 60. Okay, when I look at the flow assurance, what I've found in here, okay, now my slack length is 78. What does it mean? Okay, now my slack length is longer than my pipe length, which means that there will be no slug possibility because slug length is longer than pipe length. Okay, everybody understand about this one? So if you have a problem about the slug, okay, you can do by the simulation, okay, by changing the pipe diameter. Okay, try to change pipe diameter, found the safe condition, okay, after this evaluation. Okay, but we have to look at if we change the pipe diameter, how about the erosional? Okay, look at the erosional and do the new erosional calculation. Okay, Pak, still safe because why? Because the current velocity, although it's higher, but still below the erosional velocity. Okay, okay, that is a way that we can solve regarding about the slug problem. Okay, what else? Do we have another way to solve when we look at this one? Sure, it's not possible that we can change the pipeline. The pipeline is already exists in that plan. Okay, so we cannot do by changing the pipeline. Okay, so I mean that is I will change again this one from 10 to 12. Okay. What again that we can do is, okay, by gas lift. What is the simulation of the gas lift? Okay, this will be a two-phase flow, right? Okay, because the vapor friction is not one. Okay, there is around 20% of the flow is liquid. So what we have to do? Okay, put a separator. I will put separator in here. Okay, and then do. Okay, and then the outlet, for example, will be 3 vapor and then 3 liquid. Okay. Because I would like to increase the gas velocity, what I have to do, yeah, I will re-inject the gas here, goes to the stream number 1. Because of pressure drop, so it means that the pressure in here, in the vapor, will be lower than pressure of number 1, stream number 1. So I have to install a compressor. I will install the compressor, and then I will connect about 3V with this. This one is the recycle. The energy will be Q, for example, K100. Okay, and then after that, okay, first I have to split this one because I will this one. Okay, wait a moment first. I will connect this one to stream number 1, and then the outlet will be stream number 4. Okay, and then this one I will, for this first segment, I will connect not with the 1 but with the 4. So it means that is why I have to make a mixer in here, because I will reconnect. Yeah. Remember about the previous case that we cannot do about the reconnect directly. Yeah, we have to put a recycle. This one is the recycle. Where is the recycle? But this one, the pressure is around 1. What is the pressure? Please. 497.2. 479.2. Is it correct? Oh, 497.2. Not correct. This one, 497.2. Okay, I will put the recycle in here. I will recycle and stream number 5. Okay, and then I will connect this one. Connect stream number 5. Okay. This is okay, but I will not use all of the gas. Okay, I use only small portion of the gas. So it's mean that, okay, wait a moment. I will only use 3V, and then this one 3V1. And then 3V2, for example. And then I will define 3V1. Okay, the gas that I would like to take out is only 1 mm, for example. Okay, and then I will connect this one with 3V1. Okay, so not all of the gas that I will use. Yeah, because if I use all of the gas, so there will be an accumulation of the gas. Okay, there will be a problem. So I have to take out. Yeah, probably I recycle only 1 or 2 mm SCFD. Okay, now I will start when we never use, for example, this one. Yeah, it's very small. So it's mean that this the condition, I think, is will be the same like previous. Okay, when I do the slug analysis, yeah, the length is 60 and then the slug length is 49. So it means there is a probability that we will have a slug in this case. So how if I increase the recycled glass? For example, in this case, yeah, from the sperator, I take out 1 mm to be recycled. Yeah. So I will put it in here 1 mm SCFD. What I have to... Okay. They change, but very small. How about 2 mm SCFD? Yeah, the slang length increase, but is in very insignificant way. Is it correct? Everybody see the difference? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. How about MMSCFD? Yeah, it's changed, sir, but from the point 49.3 till 0.6. Okay, how about 10 MMSCFD? This one, when I increase 10 MMSCFD, yeah, the slack length is changed from the 49 till okay. What do we can learn from this evaluation? Okay, yeah. We can have an idea. We can have many ideas, yeah, to solve a problem. But we have to check first whether this idea is applicable and give a big influence or not. Okay, the first idea, okay, for example, related with the decreasing, decreasing the pipe diameter is okay. Why? It significantly increased from the 49 to 60 by just changing from the 12 inch diameter of pipeline to 10 inch diameter of a pipeline. And also the erosional velocity is still safe. Okay, so this idea is acceptable and reasonable. Yeah. But how about the second idea? The second idea actually is also good. Yeah, but after we doing this simulation, is actually the impact is so small. Yeah, the struct length difference is only 1 or 0.2 meters. Yeah, so when we increase till 10 mm SCFD, so we have to put a compressor. We have to put something else, the pipeline system, new pipeline system for the recycle. Okay, so this concept, okay, will consume a lot of money, but the impact will not be so significant. Although the impact is positive, but not so significant. Okay, this is the good things that we use the simulation. Okay, we challenge the idea whether that idea is applicable or not. Okay, so I believe that you agree that the first idea is acceptable and could be applicable. Okay, for the second idea is acceptable as well, but not applicable. Is it correct? Something that one? Everybody for today?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, okay, yeah. So, okay, I think I will not use all of the time for today class, okay. But you can finish the simulation, okay, by remaining 30 minutes that we have for today class. Try to make a full pipeline. I mean that is try to finish this simulation by doing until the segment number 9. Okay, and then please define which segment that is a problem. For example, with the slugging condition. Okay, and try to solve that one by changing the pipe diameter. Okay, okay, and probably you can solve by another way. For example, you can solve by putting a heater. How about putting a heater in here? Yeah, for example, I will put a heater, yeah, in the, yeah, I will disconnect first, yeah, this one. I will disconnect first. Okay, and then I will put the heater. Okay. This one is number 1. And this one number 6. UA100. And then this one, for example, the temperature, it will be 120. For example, this one, I will put, wait a moment. Okay, this one for the vapor fraction, for example, 4.9. Or it's difficult with vapor. I just change the temperature. For example, I will increase from 120 till 150. Okay, and then the pressure drop. I will check first. I will put 0 only. Okay, and then I connect this one. Okay, this is my idea. Okay, I just put the heater. Whether the heater can solve the problem of slugging. Okay, I will check about this one. Okay. Okay, this one by increasing the temperature from the 100 till 140, 120 till 150, yeah. So I mean that this the slug length is changed into 51, yeah. So just try to make it more. Yeah. Okay, in the case of the 155, yeah, yes, it's increased, yeah, but the increment is very small with the money. Okay, and how about if I increase into 180? Okay, wait a moment. Why is not changing? Okay, if I have 200, okay, it's increased. How about 220? Okay, how about 250? Ah, okay. So if I put a heater, yeah, so I will able to avoid the slug in here, yeah, because it is area, the slug is higher than the pipe length, yeah, 60 meter. Okay, by increasing the temperature, okay, from 120 till 250, yeah. So this is also an idea, yeah, how to solve about the problem of slugging. Okay, so by changing the liquid into the vapor, so the vapor velocity will increase because the fraction of vapor will be higher. Okay, and then the velocity will be. Do you have any idea to solve about this problem to be applied in your simulation? Okay, we use the compressor, which is okay, but not applicable. What is reducing the pipeline? It can be able to what is increase the length of that slug length. Okay, and then what's others? Do you have an idea? because the important F engineer is trying to solve the problem, yeah, and then defining that solution whether it's applicable or not. Yeah, but the first have to come is what is the idea to solve that one? Yeah, do you have any idea? Is there any idea? Or still confusing about the problem definition? I think no, yeah. I think the problem is already clear to you. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean that is the idea is very precious. Yeah, I mean that for example during my doctoral program, gitu ya, the idea is coming to you is actually that is the reason that I hire you as a doctoral student. Yeah, the idea is very important in here. Yeah, you need to have a very good understanding about the process. Yeah, so I mean that is please, yeah, what is to have an idea? You have to read many books. Yeah, have a good knowledge. Yeah, have a better understanding about the process. Yeah. So my suggestion is read as many as book as possible. Yeah, to get the feeling, to get an idea about the condition. Okay. Do you have any question regarding with to the class? So remaining 30 minutes.
Excuse me,
Remember,
sir.
yeah. Yes, please.
I have a question.
Yes, please.
I'm just asking, like, in this case, there's lots of different elevation between pipes, right, sir?
Yes.
Do we need to add like compressor for like the pressure drop or not?
So remember that the pressure drop, yeah, per 100 meters, yeah, or pressure drop per meters is only 0.0025. Okay, remember about this one. Okay, this one, yeah. So the pressure drop is very small actually. Okay, that is the reason why we have to define about the pressure drop criteria for the pipeline. Okay, so if I have the pressure which is around 35 bar, okay, 35 bar, remember 35 bar, okay, and the length, my length, total pipe length, my pipe length total, okay, which is with the moment I will go to the my, where is my PFD? Oh, as I close that, oh no, I close it already. Okay. Okay, this one. Okay, my total length, it's not reaching the 50 meters. Okay, 50 meters. So when I look at this one, okay, if I have the length 50 meters, so my pressure drop is only 0.12. Is it correct? So the coming is 35 because the pressure drop of only 0.12. So the outlet will be still 34 point something. Do you get the idea? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because as you know that is if you look at our simulation, okay, for example this one, the air simulation, remember this one, this one, our pressure drop is our pressure inlet is already 36 bar, okay, 35 over 36 bar. Yeah, and then the pressure drop during the line is very small. It's only 0.1 something bar. Yeah, so the outlet will produce the pressure which is almost the same with the inlet. Yes, for the long pipeline, for example, for the transmission pipeline, yeah, for example, the transmission pipeline is the pipeline from the Sumatra goes to the Singapore. Okay, or from the Sumatra to the Cilegon in Jawa Barat. Okay, they required compressor because why? Because the length of the pipeline is more than 100, could be 1,000 kilometers. Okay, because it's too long. Okay, so it's mean that this will require a pressure drop. But for our case, the pressure drop is very small. Okay, so you don't need a compressor. Okay, any other question?
Sir, I have a question.
Yes, please.
Since the case have 9 segments, right? Do we have to make a new pipe each segment, or can we just append segment in one pipe?
Okay, yes, it's a good question that actually that I'm looking for that. Okay, I'm waiting, not looking. I'm waiting for that question. Yes. Okay, actually, when you open the pipe segment, you can open many segments, not only one. My suggestion, use one pipeline or one pipe for one segment. Why? If you use many pen segment in one segment, HYSYS will still have a bug. Yeah, can you understand? There is a bug, whereas I found long time ago, and until the version of 10, that bug is not solved. Okay, the bug is not solved. Okay, so my suggestion is, I don't know about the Aspen HYSYS version 11, yeah, but I still found that bug in the version 10. Okay, what is the bug? Yeah, the bug is when you append with the same size of the pipeline, the same direction, the result is different. Okay, so it's mean that this is my suggestion. Okay, to avoid that bug. Okay, so make it one pipeline with one segment. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's just a bug problem. Okay, probably I don't know. In version 11, probably they solve already, but I don't know because the one that I have is version 10. Okay, any other question? Okay, if there is no question, so I think you can do by yourself to finish about what is the case that we have. Okay, but I already give you an idea how to solve about the problem. Okay, and then how to what is the challenge the idea, whether it is applicable or not applicable. Okay, actually for the last year class, okay, this become a group homework. Yeah, but for this year, I think no. Okay, I don't need that one. Just remember about the individual homework. Yeah, that you have to read and then make a summary of 2 book chapter. Yeah, not chapter, section of the book of Turton. Okay, I think we can finish today class. Okay, thank you for your attention and have a good day. Okay.
Thank you, Pak Anton.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you. You're
sir.
welcome.